Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into hair loss, and trust me, it's way more than just what's on the surface. We're going to get into the hidden biology that's really at play, and it all starts with something we think we know.
Right? We've all heard it, maybe even said it. I'm so stressed out, my hair is falling out. And yeah, there's definitely truth to that, but it is not the whole story. What if stress is just the last straw? The thing that tips the scales on something much, much bigger happening inside our bodies.
So, here's the game plan for this explainer. We're going to start with stress, then connect the dots to something called inflammation. From there, we'll look at some health triggers you might not expect, and finally, we'll talk about a surprising factor that might be hiding in your medicine cabinet right now.
All right, let's jump right in with the usual suspect, stress.
Look, there's no doubt about it. People say stress causes hair loss because, well, it does. Our sources all agree. Science backs it up. But that's really just page one of this whole story.
So what if we've been looking at this a little bit backward? What if stress isn't the root cause at all, but more like the final domino to fall? What if it's just one piece of a much larger, more complicated puzzle that's really causing the problem?
And that brings us to the real star of the show today, the inflammation connection. This is the hidden thread, the thing that ties all those different hair loss triggers together.
So what are we even talking about when we say inflammation? Well, think of it as your body's alarm system. It's a natural response to stressors, like getting sick, an injury, or even just feeling overwhelmed. The problem starts when that alarm system gets stuck in the on position and just never shuts off.
I want you to picture it like this. It's a super helpful analogy. Imagine your body's inflammation level is like a bucket. A little bit of water in there? No big deal. Your body can handle it. But what happens when lots of different things start pouring water in all at once?
So what's pouring into this bucket? Well, you've got your everyday stress for sure. That's one stream. But our sources point out other major contributors, things like thyroid problems or adrenal fatigue. They're all pouring into the very same bucket, raising that overall inflammation level.
Okay, so let's dig a little deeper into some of those other health triggers, the ones that maybe you haven't really connected to hair loss before.
The thing is, these are not separate, random health issues. Nope. Thyroid dysfunction, adrenal fatigue, they are major players here. They are actively pouring water into your inflammation bucket, making that whole situation worse.
And this is the part that is so crucial to get. According to trichologist William Gaunitz, if your thyroid is struggling, you have an inflammation problem, period. It's a direct link, a clear cause and effect.
But wait, there's one more big player filling up this bucket. And this one might really surprise you. It's something millions of us take every single day, without even thinking about it.
As our source points out, certain medications can be what he calls aggravators for inflammation. So think about that. The very thing you're taking to solve one problem could actually be making another one, like hair loss, even worse.
So how in the world does this happen? Well, think about it. When you take certain meds, your liver and kidneys have to work extra hard to process everything. That extra work puts stress on your organs, which could ramp up inflammation all over your body. And, you guessed it, your bucket starts to overflow.
And we're talking about some really common stuff here. According to our source, we're looking at things like cholesterol meds, blood pressure medications, anti-anxiety drugs, even blood thinners. Any of these could be adding to your body's total inflammatory load.
So you see, it's almost never just one thing. It's not just that stressful project at work, or just the thyroid issue, or just the medication. It's the compounding effect. It's how all of these things start to pile up on top of each other.
This visual really shows it perfectly. Think of it like a pie. You've got a slice for stress, another slice for those health issues like thyroid and adrenal problems, a big slice for medications, and then another for everything else. Together, they create this perfect storm of inflammation that can show up in ways you'd never expect, like hair loss.
So, if there's one thing you take away from all of this, let it be this. If you want to understand what's really going on with your hair, you have to look deeper than just the symptom. You have to look at the whole system. And understanding inflammation, that is the absolute key.
Which really leaves us with a bigger question, not just about hair, but about our health in general. What are the different factors, maybe even ones you haven't thought of, that are all pouring into your personal inflammation bucket? Recognizing how all these seemingly separate pieces are connected, that is the first, most powerful step to taking back control of your own health story.